Well, it depends what you mean by a softer Brexit. There are a number of models that we could have for the relationship once we leave the European Union, for example, on customs union, on a single market, what people call the Canada option or the Norway option. What they all have in common is that we have to pass the withdrawal agreement first to get there. And that doesn't really change the basic debate that we're having. Secondly, you've got Conservative members of Parliament elected on a specific manifesto commitment to leave the single market and the customs union. So in reality, the choices are constrained. Well, we'll have to continue to point out the options to members of Parliament if they don't pass the Prime Minister's deal. The options are leaving the European Union without a deal or not leaving the European Union at all. The first would be difficult because Parliament has made very clear up till now that it doesn't like the idea of leaving with no deal. And I think that to not leave the European Union at all would be a huge betrayal of the trust that Parliament put in the voters in the referendum. And I think it would create perhaps an irrecoverable breach of trust between the voters and the political system. Well, MPs will have their minds concentrated by a number of dates coming up, not least the 11th of April. That's the point where we would have to pass the legislation to fight the European elections, were we not out of the European Union at that point. I do not see voters being very happy about having to vote to send MEPs to an institution that they voted to have nothing to do with almost 3 years before the point of those elections. And I think there would be a considerable amount of voter anger expressed.